in Nigeria if they can create that level playing field that we have to very much ask for.
Yes, Donald Trump and the US government, they actually set a stern warning to President Tinubu and the Nigerian government.
Yet another horrifying report is coming out of Nigeria as over 60 Christians have been murdered by Muslim Fulani terrorists in what is being called a genocide.
When I was the ambassador, we had Nigeria on the special watch list, and then we made them a country of particular concern because this was going on. It's continued to take place, only it's growing. You've got more terrorist groups in the area. You've got more weaponry coming in. You've got more Christians being killed, and it's spreading throughout the region.
All right. So I told you guys that things are happening. Honestly, things are happening. Nigeria now has been listed as a country of particular concern. You know what that means? That no. They have to show concern of what is happening in Nigeria. Now, let me read out this news for you. The news says, breaking, U.S. senators push for Nigeria to be relisted as country of particular concern due to continuous terrorist killings of Christians. Nigeria. Well, I do not have much to say. It's just unfortunate. Anywhere you are, please try to be safe. Because the security agencies will not serve you. The last time we had the Nigerian Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, telling Nigerians to go and learn combat, to go and learn Kung Fu, like Jackie Chan, so that they will use it to defend themselves. So,
because of this security situation, so that those who will say, maybe just like we see in some countries like Israel, that as a young person graduates, that you have to serve compulsorily in the military as part of your compulsory service to the nation. That's like
these are options. That's what the NYC is supposed to do. And the NYC had been watered down to 3 weeks. I think it's important that we're able to give every Nigerian one security awareness at whatever level. Self-defense is very important. Unarmed combat, swimming, driving, these are critical aspects for human endeavor. Those are things we should never take for granted because it prepares you for the future. The world we are in now is dangerous. We have individuals that don't mean people well. They kill for whatever reason, and it is not only in Nigeria. I'm sure you know, even abroad, you see somebody will take a weapon, go to a school and open fire on everybody. So there's a lot of psychological things. People, because again...
So you encourage self-defense?
No, self-defense, everybody is supposed to be ready to protect himself as an individual. So if it means you should take judo lessons, take karate lessons, make sure that you are physically fit to be able to withstand this and don't want to take things...
But how do you withstand bullets?
Well, self-defense in the face of... You avoid where bullets will fly as much as possible, and I think those are the areas that we should. But I think that's education on security.
Security chiefs are telling Nigerians to go and learn how to not. I was even expecting they should say, okay, they have legalized, the use of a gun or probably the use of weapon for self-defense. How can you use Kung Fu, Jackie Chan style? How can you use it against somebody who has a gun? Fulani herdsmen, they don't use Kung Fu. No be Kung Fu they fight with. They have AK-47. Terrorists, bandit. The bandit that the Kanu government negotiated with. Did they come there holding all these distancing? What they hold was, guns, AK-47 magazines. That was what they were holding. And the Nigerian chiefs are telling us to go and learn Kung Fu. Unfortunate, I would say. Please do well to watch this video I'm about to show you. Here where the man of God, the priest, complained to the US about what is happening in Nigeria. Because as it is now. You don't read. You don't read. Please watch this. Then drop your comment in the comment section what you think about this. My question in this video is, you watching this, what do you think that we can do to make Nigeria safe? And I will give you an option to divide, to restructure, or to recruit more security officers or security personnel. Which one do you think that we do? Drop your comment in the comment section.
I'm Wilfred Chikbana, but I appear here as the bishop, the Catholic Bishop of Makurdi Diocese, the capital of Benue State in Nigeria. I am the shepherd of one of the 4 dioceses, Catholic dioceses in Benue. We have others, Anglican, Methodist, and Pentecostals, which is actually the Benue State has a population of about 6.1 million people, 2 million of whom are those under my care as the bishop of the diocese. Benue State is about 98% Christian, with very few Muslims living in towns. Nigeria and eventually my diocese and the state of Benue have become in recent years one of the most dangerous and insecure places for Christians. Christians and Muslims are nearly evenly divided among Nigeria's large population of over 200 million persons. Islamist extremists are fiercely contesting the possession, control, and governing law of the land, especially in the country's northern and central regions, the latter of which is where Benue is located. There are constant ethnic, political, and religious conflicts over land and allegiance. Constitutionally, we are a secularist country, but our unity has been fragile. Political and religious actions and even public speech have been carefully managed to avoid accusations of religious bias and political tensions. Today, the clear influence of Islamist extremists has changed the traditional social dynamics of tribe, ethnicity, religion, and the social status in Nigeria. Because just recently, at the beginning of the Ramadan fast, 12 states in northern Nigeria have declared closed schools so that they attend to this. And you can imagine which other country in the world does that. Saudi Arabia is not doing it. Afghanistan is not doing it. Baghdad is not doing it. But then Nigeria is practicing. What kind of Islam are they practicing? 12 states, and not only Muslims are living in these places. What happens with the educational program or curriculum of the country? But this is what we are going through every day in Nigeria. A long-term Islamic agenda to homogenize the population has been implemented over several presidencies through a strategy to reduce and eventually eliminate the Christian identity of half of the population. This strategy includes both violent and non-violent actions, such as the exclusion of Christians from positions of power and adoption of church members, the raping of women, the killing and exploitation of Christians, the destruction of churches and farmlands of Christian farmers, followed by the occupation of such lands by the Fulani herders, and also changing the names of these villages. They are taking over the places, so you clearly see an expansionist approach and Islamic, and then they are making the people now flee and leave their villages, and they conquer it. The question is, Islamized the land appears high on the agenda of some of the powerful and influential Muslims in Nigeria. There is a campaign to take land to spread Islam. And there is the hemorrhaging of Christian farmers from the central region of Nigeria and Benue State, and Makurdi Diocese in particular, as they are forced to abandon fertile lands that used to feed the nation, which classify Benue as the food basket of the nation. Militant Fulani herdsmen are terrorists destroying society. They steal and vandalize, they kill and boast about it. They kidnap and rape, and they enjoy total impunity from the elected authorities. None of them have been arrested and brought to justice. This is supported by the corrupt system in which we operate and the abject poverty among us, which allow the criminals to easily attract more recruits and prey on more victims. Why is this happening? Is it really a religious war?
All right, and we also saw a video from the Catholic Pope or Bishop. These are people who made this, this intervention by the US government, people who made it possible. Remember I said the number 1 person on the list was Simon Eber. The second person on the list is the Anglican Bishop or Christian Association organization. Then the third person that made it possible is the Catholic Pope or Bishop. Among this particular video that trended. Na Benue State. Gerenti Kinorife Bishop na this particular video. The caption then at the screen. Watch that video.
Nella notte tra il 13 e il 14 giugno, nella città di Yelewata, nell'area amministrativa locale di Guma, nello stato di Benue, in Nigeria, si è verificato si è verificato un terribile massacro in cui circa 200 persone sono state uccise con estrema crudeltà, la maggior parte delle quali erano sfollati interni, ospitati dalla missione cattolica locale. Prego affinché la sicurezza, la giustizia e la pace prevalgano in Nigeria, paese amato e così colpito da varie forme di violenza. E prego in modo particolare per le comunità cristiane rurali dello Stato di Benue, che incessantemente sono stati vittime della violenza.
Okay, I'm not going to go this particular one. That is the third person on the list. Now, the fourth person on the list. But this particular video, I'll play for you guys to watch now. Take a look at the video.
More people dying in Nigeria than are dying in Palestine. Listen, I can tell you that last year alone, over 500,000 Christians were killed in Nigeria just in 1 year. By Muslims. Nobody's protesting. The activists are not saying anything. Of course not. Hypocrisy. In the north of Nigeria, Christians are being killed daily because the Islamic militants don't want Christians to exist in the north of Nigeria. Exactly. They want to see a world where there are no Christians at all. Yes. And they want to conquer not just Nigeria, they want to conquer Africa, they want to conquer Europe, and they want to conquer America. Listen. The younger generation who want to live in a better world must speak out today. And I'm calling on all. I love this guy, whoever he is. It's a free world.
Okay. Now, there are so many other persons and groups who made this possible. In another video, I will talk about them. The most shocking part of this updates now with Abuna, Fox News, one of the biggest news around the world, are beginning to put their interests. I mean, they are beginning to put concern, now spread this news that is happening around Nigeria, this kind of Christians, all by Gona Fox. One for a video where Very Dark Man talked about this updates yesterday. Let me play a little of that video before I play a video from Fox. Know that my Ozies now watch this particular clip from Very Dark Man. After that, he watches this video from Fox. After that, another video he got watching for how everything is being moving gradual by gradual. I don't want to say much in this video. First of all, we got this video from VDM. Ifo group started these killings and this spying of Christians now all over the country. After that, then I'll play this video from Fox. Watch this video from beginning to the end. After watching the video, make sure to start this video so that others will also come across the updates. Enjoy the rest of the videos. I'll be right back.
Now, let's go back to the genocide. In the north, they are also suffering. Zamfara, Katsina, Taraba, a lot of northern states are also suffering all of this. Do you understand? It's a thing, it's politics. Politics, I swear. They give them guns. You see, now let's go back to Boko Haram. When Boko Haram came, they say Western education is a sin. But guess what? The people that empower them using religion. I'm telling you, this thing is politics. It's from the top. These people they have a board where they sit down and just decide these things. See, Western education is a sin, and then they got big guns. But you're using the phone. You've got guns that was created by Western education. They hid under that they don't want Western education for their people. But they left their people, and then they were going into different Christian states. Then they tagged it religion and blah blah blah. It is politics, because how do they get guns in the bush? How do they get those Hiluxes that they drive, bulletproof Hiluxes, a lot of cars, bikes? How do they get those things in the bushes? You see, it's politics.
When I was the ambassador, we had Nigeria on the special watch list, and then we made them a country of particular concern because this was going on. And it's continued to take place, only it's growing. You've got more terrorist groups in the area. You've got more weaponry coming in. You've got more Christians being killed, and it's spreading throughout the region. You could have a caliphate, an Islamic radical caliphate, throughout the middle of Africa that would have 500 million people if you don't get on top of this. And yet like you say, nobody even knows it's going on.
This terrorist leader in Katsina State has been granting interviews as if he is a good citizen of the state. Now, this guy came out, he is angry at the state government. He spoke everything in Hausa, and I'm here to give you the summary of everything he said. He said he had an agreement with the Katsina State government to release everybody that is in his custody, all the people he has kidnapped, and they were going to leave them alone and give them some sort of settlement. And he said, okay. So he went back into the bush. He released 30 people at first. Later, he released 40 more. He has released about 72 people right now. After releasing them, he now discovered that the government went to go and attack one of his camps. This guy went to all the different locations where he has bandits inside the bush to be capturing these people and bringing them out, the people they have already kidnapped. Then the army went into one of his camps to kill and destroy the whole place. Right now, he's saying that the government is not keeping to their own promise. He, on the other hand, he has kept to his word and he has released people, but the government is not keeping to his own promise, and they are the one that actually started it. Say they are making it look as if they are the bad person, but right now they have gone to kill his men and do all of that. It is only in Nigeria you will invite a terrorist, give him microphone, sit down, welcome him, and then after speaking to him, you will allow him go back into the bush. Then tomorrow you will start fighting each other and shooting guns at each other. It's just as if they are acting a movie. Don't worry, let's do it like this. Let's settle today. Tomorrow we will fight. Go into the bush. Me and army will not come and be shooting at each other, because I don't even understand what is happening in this country. You will say you don't know where the bandits are. Where did they come from? They came for a meeting, for crying out loud, a peace talk. You are having peace talks with terrorists. They should release the 70 and then you allow them to go back into the bush. So that's what will happen. So that they will come back tomorrow and kidnap more people and kill more people. I don't understand this country at all. When did we start bargaining with terrorists to the extent that he had the audacity to come on, like you are giving him microphone to say that, hey, we kept our own agreement, blah, blah, blah. The politicians are the terrorists, because if I give you a gun and say shoot this person, I am the murderer, not the person I gave a gun to. Because they started this thing in the first place. That is why these people have this kind of audacity. Tell me why you are having peace talks with people who are killing people in Nigeria. Then you release them to go back into the bush to continue killing people. Make it make sense to me.
Now, did you hear that? Do you understand what she said, right? Let's continue. Please watch this.
Saturday, the 20th day of September is today, 2025. I was surprised when I saw the video of the terrorists who went to the mosque and killed 30 people while they were praying, and also that had the peace deal with the DSS, the community, the military, after he killed the 30 people. So I saw him bragging in a video. He said, look at, I am releasing 40 persons. The people he kidnapped before. He said he have released other people before. That he's releasing these people not because he's threatened or the security operative overpower him. That while he was looking for everybody they kidnapped to release them, that he received the news that the security operatives were trying to attack his people. That he is warning Nigeria that any attack on his people again, that they will return to violence and Nigeria will burn down. This is the person the DSS, the military, shook hand with last week. He was having people he kidnapped, and in Nigeria, kidnapping carries a death sentence, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I'm trying to let you know that Nigerian constitution has been suspended. It is only valid for some group of people, for some regions. The Nigerian constitution is not valid for everybody. Nigerian constitution has been suspended in so many parts of the country, because I do not see reason where the DSS, the military, the people that matters sit with a terrorist. Why the terrorist is still having people he kidnapped, and the terrorist is coming out to warn Nigeria that if they ever attack his camp or his people, that the whole country is going to burn. Do you understand? So if I am telling you that this country is a terrorist country, you should understand the notation of what I said, like the concept that Nigeria is a terrorist country. A terrorist, one person cannot threaten the whole country if the government is not supporting him. If the DSS, the military, are not supporting him, why is it that this man is worsening strong? So I am not trying to criticize this man. No, I don't do that, because I understand insecurity. It is only people who don't understand insecurity we come out to call Bedotuji, call this guy, call Mado Andero, begin to call these people. No, I don't do that. I call their sponsors. Without the sponsors of insecurity, these people will never be. It is only people who don't understand insecurity that call people who are carrying arms, killing people up and down. I don't do that, no. Who are the people sponsoring these people? What is the part of the peace deal? Let them publish the peace deal, let everybody see. How much do they promise these people? How much are they giving these people? Why must you pay the terrorists? Erufai, now Erufai, former governor of Kaduna State, vice presidential candidate to be Babadati Ahmed. Another 4 persons have come to national television to lay allegation that Tinubu's administration is paying bandits. They are paying them, they put them on payroll, every month you pay them. So this issue is very, complicated. Most of you must have seen the video on Facebook or on YouTube. The video has copyright, so that is why I did not put it. You can go and Google it. Though he was not speaking English, you can look for someone to interpret it for you. Imagine someone threatening the whole nation, having people that he kidnapped still in the bush, since he will burn down Nigeria if security operative attack his camp. This is a shameful thing to both the CDS, the army, the DSS. Very shameful thing, because see, where I made up my mind that both the DSS, the army, they know what is happening in this country and they accomplish it, is where Kuwa Baraji and so many other people will come to national television to boast that they imported terrorists into Nigeria to win an election. And we have DSS in the country. We have army. These are toothless in the face of terrorists. They are toothless, incompetent. Now, I also listened to former military intelligence agency Kunde Olawumi. I used to stress this thing all the time. Kunde Olawumi was saying that, come on, when I was overseeing the military intelligence, which DSS is part of, I was overseeing them. I saw the file. We know the people carrying out the attacks. The presidency is supporting them. The APC administration, the governors, the senators are supporting them. Part of the governors are the leader of Boko Haram. This is a national security head, for God's sake. Leaking this information, tell the Nigerians, look at your problem. Now, for everyone who is trying to fight insecurity, organized vigilante group, what you are doing is marvelous. It's awesome, and I appreciate what you are doing. But I want to let you know that that fight you are fighting is going to continue. It's going to outlive you. After you, the other people will continue to fight for it. Is that necessary? I think what is necessary is to hold the people who are sponsoring these people. I think what is necessary is to hold the people who are sponsoring terrorism. Because someone cannot come out to continue to sponsor terrorism, then you said you are fighting insecurity, that you continue to, go after them one after the other. Whereas the DSS will meet the people you are fighting. DSS will meet them, will not kill them. They will shake hands with them and they will go. The military will meet them, they will shake hands with them, they will go. The other day I saw a military officer, that is an old video, he was promising the Boko Haram that they can become president. I'm not shocked, because I still know that Aso Rock, they might be Boko Harams. So this is something that is very, very annoying. Now, let's go on internet to understand. A lot of news media, newspapers publish this, but let us read from Sahara Reporters, and this is what it reads. It says that Bandit's leader Gawa frees 40 more captives in Katsina, warns Nigerian government over attacks on his camp. He owns the territory. That place is not Nigeria. Constitution has been suspended in so many parts of the country. So many people are no longer under Nigerian constitution. They pay taxes to terrorists. Now, what is the details of the article? It reads that the notorious bandits leader Isia Kwashen Gawa has released 40 additional people in Faskari local government area of Katsina State following a peace dialogue between his group and local authorities officials at the handover set. The latest release comes just days after 30 people were freed on Wednesday, bringing the total number of released captives to about 70 according to the community figures. In a video obtained by Sahara Reporters, Garwa speaking to government officials as the victims were handed over put the overall tally at 72, noting that 2 people had been freed earlier and are not included in the group of 40. Garwa told officials the release were made in influence of promise from the peace pact meeting held in Faskari and stressed that his fighters were not coerced into freeing the captives. He said he personally went into the bush to ensure those kidnapped were gathered and released to the authorities. But the bandits leader expressed deep concern over an incident he said took place on Friday in Roa Godia, when he alleged security operatives shot and killed members of his community. He claimed that Hausa civilians were also affected, and that men, women, and children were killed, and motorcycles and other properties seized. Garwa warned that unless the government took decisive action to address the alleged killings, his group will reconsider the peace agreement and will return to violence. Garwa said, "You have seen that these people were released because of the promise we made during the Peace Pact meeting in Faskari local government area of Katsina State. You can see them. There are 40 of them. 2 people were released earlier and are not part of this group of 40. On Wednesday, we released 30 people together. They numbered 72. They were released because of the peak steel meeting. We were neither threatened nor overpowered before we released them. We released them because of the promise we made. They are not all in one location. I was instructed to go into the bush to ensure all kidnapped victims were released, and I am still trying to gather everyone who was kidnapped." The notorious bandits Kingpin said, "While I was going around to secure their release, I received a report from Rua Godia that security operatives went to meet our people and shot them. It was not only our people, Hausa people were affected too. They killed men, women, and children, and they also took our property, including motorcycle. This situation suggests that some people among the security operatives do not want us to live in peace. If you will act, take decisive action on this matter. If you do not, we will return to our previous fighting, and if things worsen, you will tell the world that we violated the promise we made." This incident happened on Friday. Government officials know what I am saying. I am not lying. You know the security operative did this. Let me tell you, no life is worth more than another. If we want to resolve this peacefully, let us do it in the fear of God, he added. Wow. Do you now understand your authority and the audacity of these people? They own the country. Forget about what people tell you. These people own this country. This country does not belong to everybody. It belongs to these terrorists. They have the upper hand. This is because the government imported them. The government imported them. Read my lips. The government imported them to use them. So everything is lying on the government's head now. You dare not kill them anyhow. You dare not say anything. You dare not do anything. And this is actually the reason why agitations, it's not ending in Nigeria. Why it will not end? Because nobody normal, nobody that has sense will agree with me that they want to stay in a country where people are living like this, where a terrorist, will come out and give federal government orders. Nobody wants to live in a country like this. So this is not the first time, this is not the second time, neither the third time or the fourth time something of such is happening. Where do we go from here? I am of the opinion that Nigeria is not sustainable. We may pretend to be managing it, but this country is not sustainable. I am Okochapi myself, a confident reporter.
Amma duk duniya wannan dai lokacin da muke wallahi babu katan da za a dauka a ba wani mukami kowane iri ne a ce zai samu da zaman lahiya a Najeriya na a kasar na wallahi ba shi. Amma Allah muka bari ya ban mu da dubaran mu. To tunda kawai mun bashi ya ban mu da dubaran mu, yanzu in muka koma mai kuma zai karbe mu hannu biyu. Ko ba gaskiya ba. Mu kama istighfari, mu gyara kurakuran mu, ka gyara naka in gyara na kowa alƙalin kan shi ne. Ba wanda bai da kashi sai ka ce kai kana ta da kashi sai ka je ka ce mai ni in je in wanke ni. Ba wanda bai da laifi. In kuma akwai shi ya daga hannu. Ko ba gaskiya ba. To dan haka nan kowa da matsalar shi. Domin Allah magana kashe-kashen nan a gan mu cikin gari a kame a yanke baka yi ma kowa komi ba akwai matsala. A ganka a kame a tai aje a boye ka a ce ana neman abin da baka da shi. To nuna mana mana akai saboda kautun da an nuna mana dole mu koya ko ba sai an ji an shiri a gidanku akwai shanu akwai nawa ne kaza ne to kaza za ku bada mu dauka mu bada a sako mana me akai amfani da ita bindiga ce ba hannu biyu ba mu ma Allah ya bamu dan haka nan duk hanyar da kuka ga wai mun bi a yanzu muna duk aikin da kuka ga wai muna yi billahi la ilaha illa ku kuka fara koya mana kuma mu dama muna da wani abu in dai bahilla ce ne kowa san wannan idan ka koya mai alkhairi to zai fara ma daidai da abin da kai mai na alkhairi nan zai gwada ma ba ma ka iya ba idan ko ka gwada
so what a country indeed. Anyway, drop your comment in the comment section what you think. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you, and may God continue to bless you.